is won by the home team. Maxey crosses the timeline. That backcourt of Maxey and Edgecombe had 59 points on Tuesday in Boston. Derek White hits the deck. He's still on the ground. Sixers can't take advantage.
Crushing screen by Bona. Got Maxey a wide open three. Couldn't catch it in.
White is still not his normal self. Knocking out the cobwebs. And now finally back into the play. Brown. That was on its way down when it was touched by Bona. Score the 2 for Brown.
Yeah, Brown, one of the best ISO players we have in the NBA. Look at this screen to put him back in.
It's the best screen ever set by someone wearing the number 30.
My goodness.
And now number 30 is called for a bad screen. Bona got too physical with Jaylen Brown.
It's been a physical series, and it continues at the start of this one right now. Bona's job is to set good high ball screens in the middle to get.
That game on Tuesday, Philadelphia led basically from the second quarter on. They won 111-97. They shot a blistering ball from both 2 and 3. On the other end of the spectrum, Celtics were cold, exceedingly cold. Here's White. And we're going to have a foul called on Philadelphia. It's on Kelly Oubre.
Both teams trying to feel their way to how physical the officials are going to let them guard their opponent at the start of this game.
So they're going to give Derek White free throw.
Maybe these free throws will get Derek White going. He has struggled so far in 2 games, 7 of 22 from the field, only 4 made threes. He's really been struggling from 3 since January. 31% from 3 since January. So
that's not a blip, that's a trend.
It is.
Peyton Pritchard went to the scores table, and now he's pulled back. So the coaching staff for Boston, there is a level of concern about Derek White. Maybe that'll calm him down a bit. He splashes 2 like a gentleman.
Yeah, they want to make sure he's okay because he is a big deal on this end of the floor for the Celtics when you're talking about trying to slow down the guy with the basketball right now.
Edgecombe. Hangs in the air, long enough to hit it on top of Cada.
Look at the bounce, the athleticism, and the strength to keep his body control after the bump.
And a bad screen this time set by Boston. It's on Cada.
Kelly Oubre lets this crowd know that always keep the fans involved.
'20-year-old Edgecombe lost it, got it back, doesn't fall. Celtics, the 2 seed. Only the Detroit Pistons are the better regular season record in the East. White, the misfire. Maxey hadn't pulled up there yet. Oubre. 3-ball for Kelly Oubre.
Maxey attacks Hauser, and it draws the help. It gives Oubre a clean look right in front of his bench.
Here's White, catch and shoot. Maxey working against a tough customer in Tatum. Gets help from Bona. Off-balance floater. And a push-off going for the rebound. Foul's going to go against Boston.
This is Tyrese Maxey.
Team made 3-pointers for Philadelphia in Tuesday's win in Boston. 3-point shooting, such an important statistic so far in this series.
Yeah, and normally role players shoot it better in their gym.
Right place, right time. Bona cleans it up.
Oubre drawing a couple of the defenders, and there's Bona right there to say, I'll help you out, throw that one down.
7-0 run for the home team, answered by a flush by Cada. The old Statue of Liberty here in Philadelphia.
Yeah, nice delivery in the paint right there. And Cada goes up quickly. Back and forth early in this one.
Look at the score, 7-6 if you look at it a certain way. Maybe it's a sign. Boston on the run out, and Keita just barely crossed over the timeline. Tatum. Hauser, a rare rebound, and it's blocked away by Edgecombe.
The awareness by Edgecombe to block that away, knowing Hauser's going to try to tip that in.
Hauser wants that back. Maxey, whole bunch of dribbling. Had it knocked away. Still a ton of time on that shot clock. Bona. And a foul.
As a rookie.
Watch. So a foul called on Keita puts Bona to the line. Anything you get out of Bona is really gravy right now for Nick Nurse. He's got a veteran in Andre Drummond who has performed well so far in the series. He is always waiting. There he is, Andre, sooner rather than later. 2 for 2 for Bona. Nikola Vucevic has come into the game. He'll be the center for the Celtics.
We're going to need Vucevic to give it good minutes now with Keita having 2 personal fouls.
Wow, Vucevic just checked into the game, fires it up there.
Celtics are going to have to hit. It's imperative that they hit their open threes. They had 2 of them right there that were not close.
Maxey. Paul George has not shot the ball so far for Philadelphia. 4.5 minutes into our game. Maxey, shot clock's at 1. Edgecombe. Tatum trying to post up the youngster, and what happens? It will stay with Boston.
Yeah, that was a mismatch right there. Tatum had Edgecombe in the post. He's got to throw that in. He's trying to bounce it. It gives the rookie time to try to get around it. Nick Nurse says, yeah, we're going to look at this. We think it should be our basketball.
So the nurse wants a second opinion. We'll have the diagnosis when we return. Sixers stay as is, but Boston goes deep into the bench. They bring in Jordan Walsh, also into the game for the first time as last year's 6th man of the year, Peyton Pritchard. Pritchard has started a whole bunch this season, but coming off the bench in this series. Brown. Vucevic. Pritchard, his first touch. Pritchard working on Bona. Dump down to the big man. Pritchard's first shot, bottom of the well.
Inside-out basketball. Those 2 guys have good symmetry between them right there. Just throw it into Vooch. Defense relaxes. Pritchard gets an open 3.
Bona blocked away. Edgecombe has it for Philadelphia. Tough chance. Left it short. Batted around, cleared by Pritchard. Almost halfway through our first quarter. Both teams still in double digits. Blocked again from behind. This time that was Maxey. Maxey wants to run. Got it! First 3-pointer for Maxey.
So when he's at his best, he led the league in fast break points in the regular season. Only 7 in the first 2 nights, first 2 games in this series. That was a big one right there.
Tatum can't answer. Pritchard, smallest man on the floor, comes up with the ball. And Brown cashes in with a triple.
Second chance points, big for the Boston Celtics right there. The little scout on the floor. Pritchard putting his head in and creating an opportunity for Brown.
Nick Nurse going to this 5 through the first 6.5 minutes. Paul George has yet to shoot the ball. Doesn't have a rebound, doesn't have an assist. Now he's got an assist. Bona with a dunk.
First touch by George. He shows his veteran leadership right there. Don't force it just because I have not taken a shot. Put my head down, draw a crowd, and a nice dish to Bona, who's living above the rim in this quarter.
Some bonus points for Bona. He's got 2 dunks. Oubre got a hand on it. Tatum. Paul George can still play some defense. Oh my goodness! Look at that! It's
George has done a pretty good job in the series so far, making Tatum work for everything that he's got. You're not going to stop Tatum.
And replaces him as the man in the middle and immediately gets a rebound. 4 starters in Drummond on the floor right now for Philadelphia. If you're just joining us, no Joel Embiid hasn't played so far in this series. Maxey, super fast.
Really good screen right there to get Maxey to turn the corner. Maxey's averaged 25 points in this series. 13 of them have been out of a pick and roll scenario, so they're going to continue to milk that play.
Vucevic, first triple for the veteran center who actually began his career as a Philadelphia 76er many moons ago.
Boston started 0 of 4 from 3 in this game. Have hit 3 of the last 5 attempts.
Maxey. Drummond got hit. He is down on one knee. Sixers have 2 guys down right now. This is going to be a 5-on-3 for Boston. Now Maxey and Drummond able to make it back defensively. Brown got caught pushing off Kelly Oubre.
Kelly Oubre doing exactly what Nick Nurse wants him to do. Stay in front. Don't try to reach.
Crushing screen set by Drummond, and he's called for it. Drummond barks at Brown as he goes back to his defensive position. Let's check out our live update presented by FanDuel. Boston relatively healthy. On the road, a favorite, giving away 6.5. There's your over-under. That's low. But we've had a low-scoring first quarter.
Yeah, Boston has been a good road team all season long. Why? Because of their ability to shoot the 3, and they play good defense. It travels wherever they go.
Celtics down a point and a whistle away from the ball. It's on Quentin Grimes, who's just checked in. So 10 seconds into his night, has a personal foul.
Quentin Grimes says, wow, when I was on the bench, that call was not being called. Everybody was grabbing and holding. You're going to call it on me?
Pritchard hands it off to Tatum. Now Tatum has Drummond in front of him. Wow, Tatum put it right on top of Drummond for 3.
He's got really good range and fades away up top to get that 3 over top of any big guy.
Flying through the air, it's Oubre! And Philadelphia ties this game at 18.
When Kelly Oubre has the ball, only one.
That'll be the biggest lift there is.
Good golly, no doubt about it. Former MVP. Thank you, Christina. I think everyone just wants good basketball, everyone to be healthy. No doubt. See Embiid back out here.
You get Embiid back in. That's a game changer. You absolutely must game plan around that big fella.
All right, final 3 minutes of our first quarter. We are tied at Dave Collins. Good old number 18. Retired. Boston Celtics lore. Tatum, Vucevic, Walsh, Pritchard, and Brown playing together for the C's. Shot clock's already down to 6. Brown settles for a 16 footer and swishes it.
Wow, he's so good at creating for himself in isolation plays, especially when that shot clock is on his back.
He'll make a 2-point field goal for you. Quentin Grimes, his first shot of the game. Vucevic contested rebound. Just amazing how Tatum is moving so well. This is a guy who missed the first 4 months of the season. Coming off an Achilles tear. Wouldn't know it. Grimes a rebound, gets it out to Maxey. Full-on sprint for Maxey. Look at him go! Faster than a small-town rumor.
That's what he does. Head down, attacks anybody, especially when you've got him in retreat mode. That's 5 fast break points for Maxey. There's Tatum with the answer. Ah, word.
I love it how we just showed Allen Iverson. He's the only person in the building who wasn't impressed by Maxey's speed. This guy used to do that.
That's right.
3-point game. Celtics the lead in the ball. Final minute and a half of our first quarter. Tatum a long one. Oubre waits for everyone to set up. Maxey's hit by his own man. Friendly fire. Both Drummond and Maxey down on the floor. Numbers advantage for Boston.
For the second time in this quarter, both those guys have hit the deck.
And it cost the Sixers 3 as Pritchard nails it.
Pritchard with a nice ball fake. One dribble relocates to his right, gets good rhythm, and he's got 2 triples.
Dell, 16 years in the short pants for you.
Yeah.
You didn't run into a lot of screens,
No,
did you?
I did not, no. There's way more middle screen set than back in the old days.
Maxey is fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. 2 free throws coming for Maxey. Let's take a look at the upcoming playoff schedule. Tomorrow, 4 games scheduled on Peacock at 1 o'clock. You got the Pistons and Magic. And you got the Thunder and Suns, Knicks and Hawks. That's a series and a half. And then the nightcap will be Nuggets and Timberwolves, game 4 from Minneapolis. For more on these games, please go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app.
The play-in was a good appetizer for what the playoffs was going to be like, and it has been outstanding early in the playoff this year.
Good eating. All right, this could be one of those 2-for-1 opportunities that Pritchard excels at. Pretty good weapons right here in Brown, Pritchard, and Tatum. Derek White back into the game, slips it over to Brown. Hot potato basketball, Pritchard. And a push. That'll be on Tatum.
Oubre, being the smart veteran that he was, he forced the official to blow the whistle.
600 career dunks. That's hard to do. That's a rare combination. We're talking like Durant and LeBron and guys of that ilk with those type of numbers.
Energy guy, whether he starts or comes off the bench, Kelly Oubre is going to give you energy, excitement, and shot making.
And about the most left-handed of left-hand players in the NBA.
Yes, you can sit on that left side. He's always going to come back to you.
Right hand's just for show. Splash is a pair. So we've got ourselves a 2-point game. Probably the final possession if Boston plays it right here in our first quarter. Justin Edwards has come in defensively. He will shade Derek White. Brown's got it. White thought about it. Still 9 seconds on the shot clock. Brown back out. Vucevic. Got it. Matches for the veteran. Left some meat on the bone though. 8 seconds remaining in the quarter. Maxey, can he answer? He cannot. And that gets him tick along with Luka Garza. Garza wears number 52, second best Luka in the NBA. Jason Tatum, Derek White rounding out the 5.
A long second.
Here's Garza, the man we're talking about. VJ Edgecombe, so bouncy. Just tips it to himself. It's going to be Edgecombe, Drummond, George, Edwards, and Grimes.
Look for this guy right here to get more aggressive for this unit on the floor for the Sixers.
Playoff P.
Yeah.
Oh, George, his first bucket.
He is not going to force anything. He's going to let the game come to him. And this lineup, he's going to look to get shots on goal.
Nick Nurse was raving about Paul George and what he has meant to this club down the stretch. Talked to him before the game. Peyton Pritchard from the free throw line, left it short. Luka, a rebound. And Tatum, bothered by Drummond. It will stay with Boston. There are 5 seconds on the shot clock.
George did a good job of getting his hand on that right corner.
Paul George has one of the best bodies for a wing defender, and he's got instincts that are probably even better than the body. Shinerman, Delly never let that ball past his ear.
How about that? His first shot of the game, a difficult one, never brought it down. I'm here to tell you, he made that look easier than it is.
Best to ever come out of Hastings, Nebraska.
Yeah, he is.
5-point lead for the visitors. And that'll be a kickball on Tatum.
Celtics bench has 15 points.
Second-year man, played at South Dakota State and Creighton. Baylor Shinerman, probably best known as a high school quarterback. Left-hand throwing quarterback out of Nebraska. Numbers game for Boston. This is a 4-on-3. White, the man who's open. Had to hesitate, Dale. Didn't really want to fire that
Really
up there.
did, yeah. I think his confidence is waning a little bit. Talking to him not shooting that 3 ball very well.
2 minutes into our second quarter. Boston lost at home on Tuesday. They do not want to stub their toe in back-to-back games and all of a sudden be in a real pickle. They called a foul on Edwards. Justin Edwards, about as local as it gets. He is a Philadelphia native. Getting an opportunity. Just 3 years ago, he was Mr. Basketball in the state of Pennsylvania. Now playing a playoff game here in Philadelphia. Shot clock's down to 4. Tatum. Shireman. Big-time offensive rebound. And it results in 3 for White.
Talking to Sam Cassell before the game, he said Bailey Shireman is unafraid. He stuck his nose in anywhere. Got a big-time rebound right there and found White for an open triple.
Went for the steal, and he bumps into... A couple of days ago, he was 2 for 10 from behind the arc. Edgecombe on top of Garza.
Just put him in that middle screen roll like they do Maxey. Let him go to work. Bounces into a really nice float game.
Tatum says no to the screen. Now he'll take the screen from Garza. And Drummond keeps hitting the deck. It's like he's on skates. And it costs them 3. Garza, a triple.
10 threes by the Boston Celtics so far in this game. Tatum wanted to get Drummond in that screen. He's in drop coverage, and that opened up the 3 for Garza.
Grimes. And a foul. Quentin Grimes will go to the line. They missed 37 of them. Can you imagine missing 37?
No.
Don't miss a playoff moment with the NBA app. Tap to watch games live. Keep up with the biggest stories from this series. And go behind the scenes of the postseason in the Moments tab. Download the app today.
Those 37 misses, the second most misses all season long for the Boston Celtics. They have the mentality, we're going to continue to take open shots. We're going to get open shots against the Sixers. Let's knock them down and trust what got us here.
And Joe Mazzulla was not sweating it. He called it variance. It's just going to happen. Shooting variance. Sometimes you're going to make them, other times you don't. Shireman finds his spot. Matches for the lefty. Baylor Shireman.
He was open upon the catch, didn't like his odds. One dribble to his right and pulled the trigger on the left hand.
Last 4 field goals for the visitors have all been 3s. Playoff P. Oh, yeah. Paul George along the baseline.
Spins away from all the trouble and the gravity fadeaway on the baseline. He's been doing that his entire career.
Edwards called for the personal. Bumps into Derek White.
Paul George did not score in the first quarter. Is his.
I think he belonged in the tooth. He's 35 years of age. He's the only remaining guy from his 2010 draft class. But Paul George has still got a deep bag.
Yeah, he should be fresh. Missed a lot of...
Edgecombe!